Hello, welcome to Jesus All Day Every Day. Greetings. This is another part where I'm going to go straight to the word of today that I truly wanted to share with you. And it's a part of my journey in daily devotion, my time to eat the word. Weirdly, I call it eating Yeshua. So it's my time to eat Yeshua. So Yeshua represents Christ as Jesus. So Jesus, Yeshua, and me eating Yeshua, meaning that I'm eating the bread. So I would have scheduled my time for devotion like mornings, afternoon, and evening. Of course, I don't follow it, but that was a starting point. There was a time I was very consistent. I would set a timer and just spend some 15 minutes on the word. But then over time, I've just put a daily goal. So I have a planner. It kind of helps me. I've finished Exodus. I've finished the book of Leviticus. And I just finished Numbers yesterday. I started with Deuteronomy. And I've finished Matthew and Mark. Started on Luke. And then I'm also reading Psalms. I'm now on chapter 6 to 7, I think. And Proverbs chapter 11. So it's been quite an interesting journey and so grateful for that. And so it's on reading on those. So it's like every day the plan gives you like a portion of each, from Old Testament, New Testament, a bit of Psalms and a bit of Proverbs. So that's how it goes. And usually it takes me up to around 30 minutes to finish. But sometimes, like today, I would get stuck into some verses and I would just stop and read over and over to meditate and think about it. And like some things would just strike me. And sometimes I would go up to an hour, depending on how the word like kinds of get me. And some days it would be just a chapter and that would be it because it's so heavy. So I would just read a chapter and read it over and over and over until, I've jumped. Did I mention Genesis, Exodus, and Numbers and Leviticus? So that's been the journey. So I might have left the Genesis because I started in last year, and so this year I started with Exodus. But anyways, let me just get to the word. It requires effort and commitment, and it works though. And it's like I'm at a point where when it started it was hard to keep up. Like I would have a lot of gaps, and now I'm so, I would say, addicted or obsessed with the word. Like I just can't accept to have a day pass without reading the word. It's like I will suffocate. I just can't. I can't. How do you go without it? I mean, seriously. So that's where I am. But it requires prayers. There's a time I was just praying. I was a person who wasn't reading the word every day. I would even go months without reading the word, like except for church. Here I'm talking about my personal effort, going through scriptures. I mean, when I was young, as I said, I was very keen and into scriptures. I had them memorized in my head. By young, in my teen years. So I had them memorized in my head. Like, surprisingly, I had to find that in my diaries that I kept when I was from Form 1 and above. Like I had a verse for every situation. Like if you're my friend and you're telling me you're going through something, or just you're going for your exam, I would give you a verse for that. If you're going for job application, I would give you a verse for that. If you're sick, I would give a verse for that from my head. And I'm like, what? So that is how I was back then. And then it kind of slipped when I grew up, when I got into college and stuff. So I would just read the word occasionally. And so it became a lifestyle where it was okay to go days without the word, but not right now. So I had to pray. I had this hunger to go back to that person in my childhood, the person who had the word of God in her heart, her mind, her soul, her meditation, her everything. Her lifestyle, like the word was compelling me and stuff. Like I was so much immersed into it, And now I wanted to go back and even be better. So my prayer for so long was about that. God, take me back. I would cry. I would ask God, make me thirsty, make me hungry for your word, like over and over. And guess what? It wasn't really happening in reality. It wasn't. It still required effort. I would sleep while reading the word. I would get distracted. It'd be easier to chat. Like I'd start to read the word, and then if a message comes across, if like, those challenges. But I never stopped persisting. I never stopped praying. And I didn't know if it was going to happen, but I just held on to looking at what God has done for me and the things that God was transforming me. And so I held on to that. If God is able to do that, and I don't know how he did that, most likely he will do even this, which I think is so impossible. And so that's how it happened. And all of a sudden, today, I tell you, I'm in this point where I can't go a day without the word of God. Like, I can't. When I tell you I can't. It'll be 2 a.m. Like, I can't even fall asleep without. This is my I have the Bible, my tablet, in my phone, in my computer. Like, I make sure that I have the word in my hands, but I can look at it, I can access it. It's like water. I need water. I can't go a day without drinking water, without being hydrated. And so I think, this is my testimony, truly, probably to inspire you, and that you don't cease, you don't stop praying and asking God, but keep at it. You'll just find yourself, I'll tell you, like books in the Bible, like Numbers, Leviticus, Genesis is like story-like. It's fun. It's, Abraham, Joseph, pilgrimage, those stories. You want to hear them. You like them. But when you get to Numbers, I attempted, and really it was a rocky road for me. I would stop on the way because it's like, the books like Deuteronomy, Leviticus, lots of laws. And it was just the devil putting imaginations into my heart and making it so difficult. But man, this time around, I read it. I'm now on Deuteronomy for the other time. It's like a repetition. I've successfully finished the book of Numbers and Leviticus, page to page, over and over. And I loved everything. I got to know God in a whole new dimension. And I tell you, it's so beautiful. It's not boring. It's so enlightening. It is so wonderful. It's just wonderful. And it's full of stories. They were just hidden. All I saw was what the devil was trying to blind me with. And so I know for sure there is no single place in the Bible that is boring, that is a lie, that is a myth, that is not true. It is not true. And so I can't tell you, I'm excited about all this. So look now, I haven't even started to speak about the word. I might have to stop this. This is just gonna be a testimony, and then I will just now actually start, and I will not move because I had to change location so that when I upload this, it looks like a different content and context. But anyway, so I'm just gonna stop this and just get to the word and not go through this. So anyways, I hope someone out there is inspired, is built up to hold on to the word and keep praying. God knows your heart. He knows your deepest desire. And be sincere with him. Even if God, I don't know you. I don't even have the desire. I don't even have the hunger for you. Tell him, but tell him what you want. Like right now, I am in this situation, but what I desire is that I know you better. That I don't want to be told by somebody else about you. I want to know you. I want to experience you for myself, so that I can worship you better, so that I can pray better. And you cannot do those things if you don't know him, If you don't believe in him, if you have doubts, if you have theories about God, you cannot, because the word says, it's impossible to please God without faith. And who goes to him? He or she that goes to God must believe that God exists and God rewards. Like, God is a good God who rewards those who seek him, who diligently seek him, like in truth and spirit, in all sincerity. So I pray that, you tell God your sincere desires. You tell him, God, I don't know you. God, I don't believe so much about you. God, I don't have substance in my life. Work in me, show me your word. Bring me people and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, you'll be surprised on the transformation that is going to happen in your life. God bless you. Gonna stop this now for real.